Katsucon. Cosplay. Hey guys, welcome back to my convention log, so to speak. I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you guys that I went to Katsucon this year, and I had a huge blast. As usual, I like saying that a lot in my videos. I think I should probably widen my vocabulary, so to speak. But I had a ton of fun when I was at Katsucon. I wore my Spyro, the dragon cosplay that I had been working on for a while before that. It came down to crunch time the week before, and I had to hammer out a set of wings for it. For some notes on that, I'm going to be adding a little snippet to this video going over some things that I want to improve upon with the armor. Right now it's going under repainting right now for all the parts that I can repaint. But this is one of my claws, so to speak. I have it so that I can do that, and I can do this for poses, and it's so cool. I think it's so cool. Anyway, I had a lot of fun at Katsucon hanging out with my friends. Kira was there. I ran into a couple of new people. I had some great support from some awesome handlers. Shout out to you, Lori and Jeremiah. Thank you guys for helping out, being such a big hand at Katsucon. I didn't really leave with a whole lot of souvenirs. I got a program for my bookshelf, things like that, just so I can look back and say I had a lot of fun. I got this cool piece of artwork from one of my favoriteest artists. You can go check out her page over at Eat Toast on Facebook. I'm pretty sure her Twitter is the same name as well, but this is supposed to be a Mad Max Fury Road poster. This is actually a limited run. There was only ever 250 of these posters printed. Mine is actually 136, so pretty fantastically happy about that. I also got this cool print of the Walter Bishop from the show Fringe. I don't know if you guys are fans of that show. I'm a huge fan myself. Sucks there was only ever 4 seasons though. But that was my swag that I picked up from Katsucon. I actually, like I said, I wore my Spyro armor. I wore my Lich Knight armor. I took my Kaladesh inventor costume, but I didn't wear it, actually, and which I'm actually kind of looking down on myself for not wearing that because it was so simple to wear. It's literally just a pauldron, some goggles, and some gloves, and a pair of Carhartts, and it's just stupid simple. I wore it to MagFest the month before, and everybody's like, what are you supposed to be? And I was like, oh, I'm Warmth, bruh. I'm cosplaying as Warmth. Trust me, Carhartts are great for cosplaying. Thank you, Threadmiser, by the way. I have this really, really, really touching story that happened Saturday at Katsucon. Really, touched me here. Made my feelings go, ugh. This little kid, I was up near the gazebo area at Katsucon, and I was just hanging out. I was getting photos. My wings were acting up on the cosplay, and I need to fix that. I know I do, or rebuild them. They were too heavy. But anyway, stop segueing. When I was in the gazebo area, this little child. When I say little, this kid did look awful small. Granted, I was a foot taller in the stilts I was wearing, but this really, really small kid comes up to me, he just creeps up, and he's like, he's like,
hello, mister, are you Spyro?
And I say, why, yes, little boy, I am Spyro. And, no, I don't actually sound like that. But, so, this little kid, he comes up to me, right, he's real small, and he's real shy, and he says, are you Spyro? And I leaned down and I was like, yes, I am Spyro the dragon. And he was like, oh, you're so cool, Spyro. You are so cool. And he pulls out this big Pokeball, right? It's it's a big Pokeball about the size of my fist. And he pops it open and it gives me this little tiny Pokeball, and I was like, this is for me. He's like, yes, this is for you, Spyro. You are so cool. I want you to have this. And I was like, so yeah, like I looked over and I saw his parents like not far off, and I made sure I could have this, and they were like, yeah, sure, he's got a ton of them, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, and I just want to, look, it's got little stickers and like a little Pokemon inside it. It's so cool. I think like that event, like what happened, what transpired there, really made me understand the meaning of cosplay, where it's I could be this character that so many people could recognize with, and this tiny kid came up to me and just handed me this, and for a second I felt like I was a hero in this kid's eyes, and that feeling was amazing, you know, and I don't know how else to explain it aside from that. But that experience, like that day, Saturday, is what really made it for me. Granted, I didn't get a whole lot of photos taken of me. I didn't have a photographer. Well, I did have a photographer with me, but she had forgotten her camera at home, which, you know, we all forget things. I forgot my toolkit at home that weekend, so I'm still kicking myself in the keister for that. But yeah, and later that evening, actually, right? I have another story for Katsucon. I actually, like, later that evening on Saturday, I was just taking a break. I was propped up against this table, you know, because I'd been in my stilts for, I think, about 6 hours, and they were starting to bug me. And, you know, I pulled out my phone, and I was checking my Facebook and stuff like that, and doing my and, next thing I know, the lights go out over me. Like, this huge shadow comes over me. I'm just on my phone, and like, that's weird. And I look up, and there's this Reinhardt standing in front of me. Like, this huge 12-foot tall Reinhardt just standing there. He's looking at me, and he's like, excuse me, do you have time for a photo? And I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, interrupt your break or anything, but, your armor's really cool and stuff, so, yeah, I threw my helmet on and my tail back on, and I got back up, and I got over there, and, we got some photos in and stuff like that for the crowd and stuff, and, his name was Tom from Extreme Costumes, if I remember correctly. I'd seen his Reinhardt cosplay all over the internet, but I'd never actually, like, seen it in person, and wow, it was huge, and it was, like, impressive. It was really cool, and those two experiences, they were really, really awesome. I'm gonna be doing a photo shoot pretty soon with a photographer friend of mine, and so I can get some good photo shots up with my Spyro armor. So I'm gonna have what photos I did manage to snag at Katsucon up right here, or maybe here, or wherever have you. So yeah, two experiences. They really opened my eyes as far as what convention life can be, and what it means to be a cosplayer, how you can be a hero, you can be this other character so iconic and recognizable, and make that level of impact on someone's life and be that creative. I hung out with, I'm just going to wrap this up, because I have cosplays to build, I have costumes to do, I've got a ton of work to do, because there's Colossal Con coming up, and then there's NecoCon right after that, and then there's MagFest again, and then there's Katsucon again, and I'm having so much fun here. So I'm just going to leave you guys with this message. Stay creative. Get out there. Go do your stuff. And I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm going to have some new content up for you guys. Some photos. Everything. Stay real. This is Raph signing off on his convention log.